The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Push him back. Push him back.
On first down, Locke. Being chased out left. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery, a Giants touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Reynolds, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try right side here. Gurley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Put that team on the butt. Under 10, under 10, 10. Shoot, shoot.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We won it!
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check out! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. We're wrong. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the gun, here's Locke. This pass complete to Reynolds. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Washington.
Check out! Drive 40! 59! Walk the glass! Walk the glass!
Off of play action, Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open, it's Ricky Seals-Jones. A gain of 6 there on first.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Play action, it's Locke. And finding the tight end Hooper. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Luck now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Check 26.
Out of the gun, Love. And it's caught. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Redskins 14, Giants 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Mike. 25, check 25.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Hassan Reddick able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Giants 7.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's the baby side. Check.
Now Haskins, third and long. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Muhammad Wilkerson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lockett. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after here coming up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
49, check 44, check 49, check 31, check 31, check 37, check 37.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hey. 4 down. Watch Twitter.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Here's Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
In your face. Check 9, check 9. Squeeze. That's a safety creep. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. The 20. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Jets are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Down to lose one. 36, 36.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. No problem for the Steelers. They have opened that lead up a bit further. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
That's what I do. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check it backer, check it backer. 61. Max, max. Right. 2-6. Check right, check right. Take off.
On 2nd and 2, Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Check out. Wide, 622. 59. Okay, double it. 12. Switch gears.
first down, right back to Lindsey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll fake it. Now Love. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Back to throw, Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Love. That's into the hands of Reynolds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here we go. Here we go. At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
He was brought down by Levante Davis. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Dallas Goddard. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. He's got Dallas Goddard, his tight end, over the middle. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Switch.
Now Gurley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Echo. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Gurley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 17-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now it's Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch twist. Watch twist. Oh, try. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go. Short. 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Bravo. Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing now is Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
6 gone. Check 6 gone. Check.
Here we go with Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Haskins to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 99. Watch the edge. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, alert 3. Check. Hot route. Hot. Single. Watch the twist. Let it go.
4th down. Here's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 16. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Redskins, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week with more